Capricorn is a cardinal earth sign and it's ruled by the planet Saturn. Now, one thing I really admire about Capricorns is their ability to use things effectively. And, it's funny that Capricorns are considered conservatives because they're very good at conservation. They do not like to waste things. And they are likely to compost and take old clothes and make them into other things. And this is something that is really important. We have so much waste. People are using things, throwing them out right away, not thinking of ways that they can reuse them. And I think that it's an admirable quality to be resourceful in this way. They also are very driven people. And so, no matter how humble their beginnings, Capricorns usually have a great sense of what they can accomplish and what they want to accomplish. So, they're very ambitious people. Now, when I talk about the shadow aspects, there, of course, are two sides of that coin, but I admire their drive because they don't allow circumstances to keep them down. So they just keep plodding away no matter how long it takes. Capricorns are also very conscientious people. They're not irresponsible. They tend to pay their bills on time. They tend to have a sense of fair play. They're very serious about what needs to be done. And we need this in society. We need everything in society, but we need this manifestation of that Saturn energy, that discipline, which is another aspect of being conscientious. In terms of shadow aspects of Capricorn, one thing that I see sometimes is the keeping up with the Joneses type of mentality. And this is where the Capricorn, because Capricorn rules the 10th house, which is at the top of the chart that deals with career, they can be striving. And what they do sometimes is instead of just being these confident people that, want to achieve for the sake of achievement, they become competitive with other people, seeing how far they get, seeing how far their children have gotten, and it turns into a negative thing. If a Capricorn person does this in the material sense of possessions, like let's say they get like this fancy car so they can seem like successful, they will make sure that it's of good quality. So they're not going to waste money on a material object just to show off. It does have to have, a function and to have long lasting quality as well. So at least there's that good side to it. But related to this striving, Capricorn people can sometimes use other people to get ahead. So they can be the social climber type that, you know, gets to know people just because of their status in society. You might run across people who are gold diggers, males and females, because they want to, it's not just for the money, they want the status as well. Another negative manifestation of the Capricorn energy is a tendency to allow that Saturn ruled sign or that influence from Saturn to make them dour. So, sometimes Capricorns can come across as way too serious. And, I've heard it said, many times that Capricorn is a sign that gets younger as it gets older. So you might have the Capricorn child who is like very serious or overly serious most of the time. And as they get older, they start to lighten up. So if you know any Capricorns, that you've known all your life. See if that is true, if they tend to get lighter as they get older. But there are still going to be Capricorns who just kind of always are pessimistic. They, you know, are very rigid in their personalities, and they don't really smile very often. And the one thing I will say, though, is that Capricorns can be very funny, but when they're funny, it's usually in a dry sort of way, rather than just totally outrageous. So they'll make this almost like a straight man's comment, um, and it'll be very funny because they say it so matter of factly. Um, you know, you need the straight man as well as the person who is saying that obvious joke. You need both types when you have comedy, and they play the straight man very well, and they come out with these very casually funny things. So I hope you enjoyed this, and once again, as I always say, comment below if you have any additional insights. Take care, guys. Bye.